How you doing, guys? Bobby Gas here, and man, do I have a bunch of blues for you. I bought these off of Nick Pantazzi, and it didn't take them long to send them to me either, actually. Some fantastic stuff. Let me get into it here for you, hey, guys? I got a couple of dozen 45s and 4 albums. You know I'm a 45 collector, right? Nicky had some nice stuff, let me tell you. First up here is Albert King. New Orleans Heat. New Orleans Heat, yeah, that's 80s, an 80s comp, this one here. And it's got some pretty good shit on it, eh? Got a couple of slow burners like, The Feeling, that's a pretty good slow burner. You know, it got some funky stuff here on it too, right? Get Out of My Life, Woman. It's a comp, and it's on the Charlie label, right? Albert King. I seen Albert. I seen all the Kings. Well, I didn't see them all. I didn't see Don King. You know, with the spiky hair? I seen Albert, BB, and Freddie. Albert and Freddie I really like, eh? I can see this is going to take me a while. Get your popcorn. Go to 45s. I mean, the blues ones are not bad either, to be frank with you, the albums. Next up here, we got Guitar Junior. Got some great tunes on this. Broken Hungry. That's, what label is that one on? Oh, that's on the Green Capital. I think this is 69, this album, if I remember correctly. Chicago blues, you know, loud voice, got some great tunes on it too. I mean, if you don't, actually, you know, Guitar Johnny, if you don't know Guitar Johnny, that's Lonnie Brooks. Guitar Johnny is Lonnie Brooks. I lost the plastic sleeve for this, so there it is. Lonnie Brooks, that's who Guitar Johnny is. I've played some of Lonnie Brooks' albums and music before. I've got some of his albums under his name as Lonnie Brooks and not Guitar Junior. I wonder why he did that. Who knows? Killed himself early, this guy, Lonnie Brooks. Liked to drink. He was a mean, nasty drunk, actually. You know, that happens to a lot. Now, this here, oh boy. Willie Dixon. I am the blues, and Willie is most definitely the blues. Without Willie, chess would have never been chess. He got all the guys to play. He did an awful lot of arrangement. He picked the artists and stuff like that, right? He was something else. I seen him with the Chicago All-Stars. Lafayette Leak on piano, he was something else. Carrie Bell, Johnny Shines. That was a great show. Actually, I showed the album of the guys I seen. Here it is here. The Chicago Blues All-Stars. Yeah, that was a great show at the El Macambo. On this one here, I mean, Willie was a writer too, fantastic writer, right? You know, this is a great album, right? Backdoor Man, these are songs that Willie wrote, right? And he does them all himself instead of other artists doing them. I mean, Backdoor Man, I Can't Quit You, Babe, The Seventh Son, that's a Johnny Rivers tune, and actually Willie's tune's better than Johnny Rivers. That was a big hit for Johnny Rivers, The Seventh Son, but Willie does a better job. And I Can't Quit You Babe, Led Zeppelin, right? Backdoor Man, Spoonful, those are Howlin' Wolf tunes. I Ain't Superstitious, You Shook Me, another Led Zeppelin tune. I'm Your Hoochie Coochie Man, that's Muddy. Little Red Rooster, the Little Red, the same thing. Those are Muddy hits, right? This guy could write, man. I loved him, man. And the night that I seen him down at the Elmo after the bar closed, there was a whole bunch of us. We all got to, we wanted to still, party and shit like that. So we went to an all-night Chinese food place down here in Toronto called Sai Wu's. Sort of half-ass famous. It's been around forever, right? And we got in there, we rolled in there, the bunch of us, we're all drunked up. There was about half a dozen of us, three couples, right? And who's at the takeout counter? By Willie Dixon in this beautiful camel hair, long 3/4 length winter coat. It was the winter time, and his little pork pie hat that he always wears. And he had about 6 bags of Chinese takeout food that he was taking back to his hotel room. Willie's a big man, a real big man. I love him, right? Willie Dixon. Gotta love Willie. Next up here, we got J.B. Hutto and the Hawks. It's the name of his band, the Hawks. Hawk Squad. And now I knew a band called the Hawks too. Later they called themselves The Band. This is great. This is on a Delmark label. If you ever see anything on a Delmark, buy it, because anything on a Delmark is really good. That's the same as a 40. Some 45 labels are like that too. Vanguard is one. Pretty much every record they have, every 45 they have is a, pretty goddamn good number. I mean, Delmar and Vanguard, labels like that, they don't get the superstars. They get the sergeants, the second stringers and stuff like that, but some of them just, are just incredible. They should be superstars, right? Anyhow, that's the albums, guys. Now we'll get into the 45s. I got 2 boxes of them. First up, I'll do this box right here. First up, here you go, Malia. Bobby Bland. It's My Life with Baby and Time Out. Bobby Bland on a nice Duke label too, or Duke sleeve. That's let me think now. 1955 for this one here. That's when that one come out. Bobby Bland, gotta love him, eh? Another Bobby Bland one here. Bobby's Blues. Great tune, right? Flip side here is Teach Me How to Love. Yeah, that's a pretty good tune too, actually, eh? On the Duke. Those are original. Oh, geez. I think that was Bobby's Blues 58, I think. Here's Bobby Blue Band, You Did Me Wrong. And on the flip side is I Lost Sight of the World. That's if I remember correctly, that's 59. 50s. Bobby Blue Band was more popular in the 50s and stuff like that. He never really did get, famous, like the Wolf or Muddy or some of those other guys, but, he's one of the better guys. Got an incredible voice. Next up here, Happy Brown, My Baby. Hap Brown. On the Savoy, eh? Look at that, Savoy, eh? Look at how clean that is. That's a pretty famous tune. That's 50s too. 50, 55, 56. I had my fun. Nappy Brown. Same guy. And look at this puppy here. James Brown, a picture sleeve, World, Part 1 and Part 2. And that's, yeah, French. This is a French pressing. What the hell's the label on this? Come on, open up. Oh, wrong side. Oh, red Polydor label. I seen James, of course. You want to hear the story? Yeah, I was a kid. 1966. I was 17 years old. Got up on stage. Well, twice, actually. You know, young people, you do crazy things when you're a kid. Let's put this right here. Okay. Next up here, B.B. King, The Woman I Love, on Kent. This is early B.B. I don't mind early B.B. He ain't as commercial as he got like after the Thriller's gone. He got super commercial. Sonny Boy Williams, Your Funeral, My Trial. Your Funeral, My Trial. What's on the flip side here? Wake Up Baby. Two good songs from Sonny Boy Williams. I don't like his voice too much, but he gets by. Fantastic harp player, of course, eh? The Jive Bombers. A Bad Boy. I didn't know that this must have been a one he sent me. He said he sent me a couple of records on the, just threw them in as extras, right? And I don't know these Jive Bombers. When Your Hair Has Turned to Silver. Well, that's an old grandpa and grandma song, that one. I remember that one. I'll have to check out that Bad Boy and see what that one's like. Savoy, though, they got some good stuff, Savoy. Oh yeah, Baby Ray. There Is Something on My Mind. And on the flip side is The House on Soul Hill. Bobby Ray, he was one of the Flames, one of James Brown's famous Flames, eh? That song, There Is Something on My Mind, I like it by Bobby Marchant. I've got it too by Bobby Marchant. Next up here is Trouble at Midnight, Roy Brown. Now there's a very, very famous, oldie guy right there. That's on a King label, the Old Gold series. That'd be a reprint label. I do actually have, I don't buy too many represses or reprints, but some songs, some records, you have to, because the record costs like $1,000 or some stupid thing, right? And if they sound good, I'll buy them. I actually have, I've got a number of repress labels, not a lot. Like I got 4,045s and I got less than 100, I suppose, really, them old ones like that on repress labels. Yeah, Roy Brown. Same label, the King Old series is Otis Williams and the Charms. I've got a couple of original by him. Gumdrop, that's a pretty good tune by them, right? Hearts of Stone, Otis Williams and the Charms. I play a couple of my 45s of his. Once a Fool, Little Joe Blue. Flip side, My Tomorrow. My Tomorrow would be the the A side. And last of this box is, oh, here we are here. Guitar Junior, Lonnie Brooks. What is it? Pick Me Up on Your Way Down. Well, Christ, that's a sort of like a country tune. Please on the flip side, eh? That's that Gold Band, eh? Musical Treat. That's another, repress. Next box. Chess, Muddy Waters, Sugar Sweet, and Trouble No More on a beautiful Checkers, which is part of the Chess family. Chess Checker Cadet Concept. I don't know that one. Cadet Concept? I don't remember it anyhow. Anyhow, it's the Mudman, Fantastic artist, right? Muddy Waters? I've seen him a couple of times. I remember the first time I went to see him, I was doing in my day, you go from a walk. You go from bar to bar to bar to bar, looking for chicks or great artists or a good time. You're looking for a good time. And, there were so many bars on Yonge Street, you go walk past 30, in 15, 20 minutes, right? So I was going by, me and a buddy were downtown, doing this bar thing, going from bar to bar and all of that. And I'm walking past the Lecoq door, I see on the sign, Muddy Waters. And whoa, geez, let's go in and see Muddy. It's Lecoq door is a nightclub. And so we go up to the front door, and there's this huge, big black guy standing there, right? He says, oh, sorry, the place is packed, can't get in. And oh, shit, no kidding, eh? Oh, well. So we went up to the Palm Grove Lounge, and we're drinking there. And he run out of money about 10:30, something like that, right? He always never had much money on him, Mike. And so he says, I'm going home. And I said, no, not me, it's still early. I'm going back downtown. And so I start, walking, south again, and I get to the Lecoq door, and the black bouncer, the big guy, he ain't there at the door. So I walk in, and I sit at the bar, right, and I watch Muddy, 2 sets of Muddy, right. That's the first time I seen him, eh. Always had fantastic musicians, Muddy Waters, right. Little Walter, very early on in his career, was, that was his guy, right. Here's a DJ copy on Chess, Howlin' Wolf. My Mind is Ramblin', and on the flip side is New Crawlin' King Snake. That's a DJ copy. What kind of shape is it? Well, it's dirty, but it will play. Yeah, I know my old 45s. Actually, this one's in pretty rough shape. One side, there's a couple of huge lines in it. Well, we'll clean it and see if she plays or not. But it's a DJ copy of Howlin' Wolf, so it's being kept no matter what. Next up here, Lovin' Part-Time, Joe Henderson. What's on the flip side here? 4-string guitar. Blues for a 4-string guitar. Joe Henderson had if you know Joe, Snap Your Fingers. I think that was 62 or 61 or something like that. That's Joe Henderson. Here's Albert King, Traveling to California. Great tune by Albert. Don't Throw Your Love on Me So Strong. Oh, I don't like that one. But Traveling to California is a great tune. Next up here, Little Walter. Last night, Mr. Harmonica, Little Walter, let me tell you. Mellow Down Easy and Last Night. Usually on Little Walter's tunes, you got one side that it's an instrumental, Little Walter playing on the harp, and on the flip side, he's singing, right? But on this one, both tunes he's singing. He ain't playing the harp, of course, eh? Great harp player. I like the harp, eh? Guitar players and harp players. Here's Big Walter, San Antonio. Great tune. Big Walter, that's like, you know, Big Walter Horton, Shaky Horton. Oh, look at this. Great shape, too. The Dukes. Ooh, bop, she bop. That's not blues. That's doo-wop music, right? Great tune, actually. Great tune. Doo-wop. I did get a couple of doo-woppers, I think. Well, that's one of them in any event. But all blues mostly, eh? Let Your Conscience Be Your Guide by Sonny Boy Williams on the Gold Checker. What's on the flip side here? Unseeing Eye. Both these aren't too bad by Sonny Boy, right? I don't like everything Sonny Boy does. Of course, I don't like everything anybody does. And up here, oh, look at this. Doo-wop again. The Penguins. Hey, Senorita. On a doo-doo. Yeah. That's 50, he said you're 55, I think. Gold Band Records. Anything on Gold Band Records, this label here is going to be good. This is Hop Wilson. Always Be in Love with You. That's that Gold Band label right there. You see Gold Band, buy it. Same as Delmar. And last but not least, on another Gold Band label is Jimmy Wilson. Get in there, can't see that? Jimmy Wilson, Big Wheel Rollin'. And on the flip side is Please Accept My Love. Well, there you go, guys. That's all of them. A couple of dozen 45s and 4 pretty nice albums. What a score, eh? I know most of you don't know those records or those artists or anything like that, except maybe a couple of the guys. But I'm going to tell you, that's some of the cream de la cream, right? Of unknown guys, right? There's all kinds of it, though, right? Later. Thanks, Nicky.